I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe. Your session is now starting. Welcome to the Hi, cuties.
Not me over here making noises already.
I know, I turned into like a weird bird. I'm like, hi. Wait, you two look like you're like fresh off the show in like your gown and suit and like so beautiful and in a backdrop. Where are you?
We're in a studio somewhere. We're in New York, though.
Oh, amazing. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow. I just got a big old flower back here. Cool.
Kaitlyn, you're great. Stop it.
Okay, I'm so excited to talk to you both because obviously I'm obsessed with you guys. And Charity texted me. You were like, I can't wait for you to meet Dotun Bug. So I'm like, cute nickname.
That's a new one.
Dotun Bug. Yeah, I don't say that with him. I call him. I'm like Dotun Bug.
Dotun Bug. That's so cute. Do you guys have little nicknames for each other?
No. I mean, besides like our code names that we use on the show, but
I do call her Miss Charity. Miss Charity's like when I'm really like speaking my heart out, I'll say Miss Charity.
Oh, not Charity rolling her eyes over there.
I know, because it's so cute. I'm like, don't tell everyone that.
I know. I was debating like secret, but it's okay.
It's okay. It is.
I will say you have to find those little things that can stay between the two of you. Not that you just shared something like that I shouldn't know, but I had a media trauma therapist on my podcast once, and she was talking about inside treats and how, in this world of social media, you want to share so much and you're a new couple and you've been hiding for so long and she was saying like even people that aren't in the spotlight right now, or if you are, to find those little inside treats and have them between you two. So you got to find those little special moments. But I know you've done your rounds, about the season and everything, and you've probably been like beating the dead horse about all the like questions that are very typical. So I'm going to try and get into some real life stuff because now it's been a few weeks since you've been out and about in public and being all cute and stuff. So how are things going? How have the real life challenges set in? How is being out in public together? Tell me everything.
Yeah, I will say, am I allowed to share this? You know what I'm about to share.
Go ahead.
But she said real life challenges. I feel like after AFR, we like kind of dove right into that. He lost his phone in the Uber. So our very first Uber that we took, he lost his phone. So he had to go like 48 hours without it. And so we had a flight to catch. It was just all those things. And it's like him seeing me frantic and trying to help him and be supportive. But also I'm like, no, we got to catch our flight. It's all these things. So he saw a lot of sides right off the bat. But we are doing swell. I feel like we are adjusting very normally. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Normally, yeah. I feel like
as normal as you can.
Truly as normal as we can. But like it feels, we always say like every day just feels like we just keep evolving and we keep growing like more and more in love. Like there's nothing that feels like, oh, now that we're out, it's like public. Nothing has shifted in the sense that it feels like there's a disconnect. Like if anything, we're just as strong.
Yeah. I would agree with that. It's been, I feel like it's smooth. I don't have anything to compare it to, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't know what it's like for anybody else, but when I look internally, like, I feel like this is as smooth as it can go, truly. Like, the way that we're kind of tackling every chapter, right? Obviously, there's filming, and then there's post-filming, hiding and shit, and then there's, coming out. And it was hectic. We jumped right into a birthday as public as you could possibly be. We didn't like high rock in Vegas. Bottles and shit. So but it's just been a great time, and we've just continued growing, and we're just so compatible. I think that's what that lends to. So it's been great, and it's been fun, and having fun with this little cookie over here, this little firecracker over here. It's been.
I'm obsessed. This whole podcast is us, just the three of us, going to be making weird noises. I'm obsessed. That's so cute, though. I mean, that is a lot. I saw the Vegas stuff, and I was like, that's so fun. You got to enjoy those little moments, and you get to, celebrate together. And people just want to, they want you to be in their club, and they want you to be posting, but you get to take in that too. You know what I mean? Like you get to reap those benefits too and enjoy it. And I always think, like for real compatible couples who come off the show, the real evolving, like you said, happens after. It's like, of course you went through this whirlwind, you got engaged, and then the foundation kind of starts right after that and building that. So it's so important to acknowledge that and recognize that. So I love that for you too. And I was thinking about like social media because gosh, I'm having actually a kind of a hard time with social media right now because people love to blame a woman for everything. And I mean, the bullies are out and about. And I'm sure you guys are getting a lot of love and a lot of support. But have you discussed your expectations or boundaries with social media for your relationship?
Yeah.
Like, how do you plan on navigating that together?
We kind of already hit that bump.
Did you?
As the show was airing. I'm very like protective over myself, but also like this relationship and him. So it's like if I see something, and I think I talked about it the last time when I was with you, is like I'm not afraid to clap back, but it's like knowing every battle's not mine to do. And so he has been so helpful in that and just like reminding me that it's okay. Like we don't have to respond to certain things or to everyone. Despite how much it might irritate you. So we do have a boundary kind of in place of like certain things that we're just avoiding. And not in terms of like how much usage we use on social media, because like obviously it's a part of like our lives and we to a certain degree not have to, but we kind of have to. But we know, and he's very aware of when he notices like maybe shifts in like my moods and vice versa. Like we can be like, all right, maybe we just need to take a step back from it. And so, we definitely have kind of discussed that because if anything, we both talked about like, that's the hardest part of all of this is like the external outside noise.
It's so much noise.
Yeah. It's like loud.
It's and I know, Dawn, you just like this whole world is so new to you. So everything must be very like jarring because Bachelor Nation is a passionate bunch and they either root for you or root against you and they want to see you hit the top and they want to see you fall to the bottom and it's just this whirlwind and roller coaster. So what is the most shocking thing that you have experienced through this whole journey, if you will?
Yeah. So like obviously coming off the show, like I said, obviously didn't know much about it. So Bachelor Nation didn't know besides the Barbie group date and like seeing what they're like. Now I got ooh, okay.
It's spicy.
Spicy group. So I got a little taste, but coming off, and I'm someone who I like to learn things and understand like the realm of how things go. Mm-hmm. But we've been lucky that there's been so much support, right? So even though I'm on social media and I'm like interested in it, like I feel like I have decent resolve to like kind of know what's bullshit and not. So like the truth is, as much as I love the support, like I think it all comes from the same place, right? The love and the hate. So you have to just take it all and just be like, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. This is what matters. But we have just been lucky that it's been so much support. And so like it's overwhelmingly positive. So for me, it's been really easy to focus on that. There hasn't been much negative, but I will say that one thing that has been surprising is that like, obviously we have like this Black love. And so like you would think that African Americans and Black people would be for us. But what I found out is like a lot of the hate comes from within. It's actually so crazy. And that's like been the saddest part about all this. And you see all these like African American women and they're like, nah, she should have picked Joe. And I'm like, this is the craziest thing. I know. It's actually so it's what I least ever expected. Like I knew there was going to be like, obviously there's always haters. So it's like, but to have it from your own, it'd be your own. And so it was just, that's been so shocking. And it's just like such a eye opener into like the state and like how, not to get too serious. Like I'm not trying to use this.
Well, no, you can get serious.
Shit. But it is an interesting like experiment into like how racism works and like you see all these women who like have this mindset and they're putting themselves in her shoes and they want to be. It's just so crazy.
That's exactly what it is.
Go back to school. Go to No.
Hey, I love the passion. And it is true. I think I obviously don't know how to relate to that, of course, but my perspective is the editing. You know what I mean? Like they will make you look like they have to. It's part of the show. It's part of the format. I say this all the time to Bachelor couples. It's like, if you just know in your true self and your gut and your heart and your brain, that you are compatible people and that you somehow had to meet on this weird ass show that makes you fall in love with other people, that's just how it works, and that your foundation really does start after. If you continue to have that mindset, it will be all be okay. And you two probably, from what we see on TV and from what I know of Charity, and you two have such good communication skills, and you're able to like kind of remove yourself from the noise and be like, okay, what matters? How do we talk through this? Because it is pure chaos, and you're in the thick of the whirlwind of the media storm right now, and it's all heightened. And the next season will start, and it'll all be next, and it's a crazy world. But it's a fascinating show, and I knew in my heart of hearts who I was picking, and they have to make it look like it could be the other person. You don't want, as a viewer, you want to be on the edge of your seat. You want to think they're going to pick the other person, and if you picked Joey, they would have been rooting for you and been like, oh my God, it's all just not to diminish your feelings about how you felt about that, because I hear you, and I can't even put myself in that position. So thank you for sharing that, and do better, people.
It's just weird. I'm not like her. It's just weird. It's just like you would never expect that.
That's how the world is.
The world is crazy.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. All my listeners know how important sleep is to me, and I need my full hours, okay, maybe 9. But when I'm overwhelmed, my thoughts can truly affect my sleep. Stress, oh my gosh. I swear, right when my head hits the pillow, my brain starts doing mental gymnastics and takes me down the most unnecessary rabbit holes. Like, I do not need to be thinking about all of the things I need to do the next day, or how I pronounce someone's name wrong 7 years ago. So me. It is so frustrating, but I found that a great way to get rid of those racing thoughts is to talk them out. Therapy gives me a space to do that, a place to get out of my own head. I've gained so many coping skills for those nights when my thoughts just kind of want to take over my sleep. So if you're thinking about starting therapy, or you were in therapy at one point and you want to go back, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, and it's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule, which is obviously important when you have a busy schedule like I do. You can fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge, so that you find someone who is the right fit for you. That's always important, and I never want people to get discouraged, because there is one out there for you. So get a break from your thoughts with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/find today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/find. Okay, guys, Hinge is the dating app designed to be deleted, which is why you download it in the first place, am I right? And as you know, I'm an expert matchmaker. So one of my girlfriends will send me profiles just so I can give my opinion. This guy that she just sent me last week was looking for a life partner. Check. Had a pic with a dog. Double check. Quoted Billy Madison. Okay. Ding, ding, ding. So she went on the first date, and honestly, he could be an app deleter. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. Hinge allows you to find great dates through profile features that help you date more intentionally. And intentional dating is all about knowing who you are and what you're looking for. With dating intentions, you can add what it is you're looking for right to your own profile. Maybe it's a life partner, like the Billy Madison quoter. Maybe you just want something short term. Maybe you're still figuring it out, and that is a-okay. You can literally just add your intentions right there on the profile for others to see. Less confusion or assumptions, and meet people who are on the same page. Download Hinge and share your dating intentions to find someone worth deleting the app for. Do you guys get obviously recognized now all the time, and are people respectful?
I will say we haven't, everyone we've ran into has been so sweet and so nice. But for me, I feel like now I get way more recognized with him by my side, because obviously yeah, so they see him.
Yeah.
They're like, wait a second. And they're like, oh, that's them. But no, everyone so far has been so kind. We have not, thankfully, have run into anybody who has been insane.
You probably won't, because those people hide. They don't, everyone's nice when they meet you. It's the people that are hiding that are the loud, mean ones.
Yes.
The keyboard warriors. You know how it is. And, it's talking about the chaos and the public and everyone being so invested in your relationship. Do you feel pressure to act a certain way in public? Because I know these pictures come out and, they look unhappy and blah, blah, blah. And it's
literally
so stupid.
I'm sorry. He's over here screaming my hand. Literally that, because I'm just like, we're just being humans. I don't care. Sometimes I don't feel like I have a resting bitch face, but sometimes I might. And it might just be when I'm with him walking down the street. That does not mean that I'm not happy. I don't know. It's exactly, yes, you bringing that up. I do not feel pressure at all to perform or put on like how I have been during the show, how I am outside of it as we are navigating life. Like, you're going to get Charity Lawson 100% of the time, whether that's the good charity or the bad charity. So be it.
And I think
that's real.
Talked about how we have like a similar like life path in a way, and I'm sure it applies to you too. But for me, like, I've spent so much of my life being comfortable with who I am and in my own skin. There's no way I'm ever gonna let like some stupid person, like, why would I listen to, you know what I'm saying? That's insane. I would never do that. So just living life, and just people are gonna talk, and of course, like, again, that just comes with the territory. So I think we're both well aware of that. We discuss it like openly and often, and continue to communicate about it. And so it's been, I don't even, that's just funny to me. I'm just like, okay.
I am inspired. #inspired, because I've gone through this for 8 years. So 8 years I've been dealing with love, support, trolls, hate, ups, downs, all the things. And, you know, going through a public breakup brings out the loud people who just are like, you know, people want to pick sides and they want to be on teams. And I'm just like, I'm just over here trying to respect the mutual breakup and just like live my life. And then people are just like, ew, you look way too happy right now. And I'm like, what? I'm not allowed to be happy. Like, you should, I don't know. So I'm inspired because you're like, I don't care what these people think. It's kind of funny to me. I'm like, yeah, what? Kaitlyn, come on. Bitch, figure it out.
I mean, it's like, let me ask you this. Are you doing the best you can in this life to be a good person and do good?
Yes.
Then that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the bottom line. Like, truly. And if you're comfortable with that and you're confident in that, then that's all anyone can do. And you just hope that they do the same. So, like, period. I'm sorry.
I love that. I love that, because a lot of people will say, like, oh, don't let them get to you, or they're just, you know, these sad people. But I like the bottom line where it's just like, am I doing my best? Am I being my best self? Yes. Okay, that is the bottom line. And as you two say, period. I like it. Period. Okay. I love this because I'm friends with so many guys from my season, and I had such a solid group of guys. And I know that you guys are still friends with, you know, Aaron B. And isn't it so funny? Do we still probably call him Aaron B? Like, when do we drop the B?
Literally, I'm like, why am I still calling this man Aaron B? I was supposed to drop that after the last Aaron went home on my season. But no, Aaron B for sure.
Aaron B for life.
Yeah. Who are you the closest to from your guys' season?
It's tough. Like, everyone asks this, and it's like, the thing is, they all, like, just like normal friends, play a different role. So, like, I don't have a single, like, for instance, Joey, you've made it the furthest. He's the most intentional. So, like, when it comes to, like, intentionality and that part of me, which is big, he's the closest. You know, when it comes to, like, looking at life in a lighthearted way and being able to laugh at things and enjoy life and kind of do good, Tanner is, like, the closest, you know. So they all play a different role in the relationship. Mikey and the Aaron B too. Like, I truly do love all those guys, and like, whenever we hang out, you see it. Every single guy has a role. Warwick, he's gonna sleep. That's what he's there for. So I relate to him when it comes to sleepy time. You know? So like, every single guy I truly love and like want to see often, and but it's hard to say one specific one. I'll hang out with any of them whenever it's possible. So
you forgot our
dance. That thought.
John B.
Of course. John B knows. I mean, I see that man like every day now at this point. So John B knows.
Do you really?
Yeah. John B is the homie.
He seems like such a beauty. Like, I want to go have a dance off with him.
Literally, I was gonna say, like, you're a dancer. Like, I would actually love to see that happen. Yes,
John B.
Yeah, Kaitlyn
John B. Don't stop moving.
He does. He's like,
John B. You be moving.
That's awesome. Yeah, he was so fun to watch. We'll talk about dancing very soon, but we got to talk about Paradise first, because, you know, some of your friends are going to be on it, some of your exes, some of your friends dating your exes. Are you guys going to watch Paradise together?
We absolutely are. Are you kidding? That's going to be like how I cope with like Dancing with the Stars and everything.
No, yeah, totally.
Definitely will be watching. We're so excited about it, because obviously, like you said, we have like some of my closest, like my actual closest girls are on there.
Yeah.
And like his best guy friends, my exes. Like, it's just a weird dynamic, but it's going to be so funny to see it all play out. I cannot wait. Truly.
Is there anything better than seeing your friends in mess?
I know. We're like, how are you going to handle this?
And it's so us, it's people we both. It's perfect. We're going to be tuning in 100%. Yeah. 100%.
I can't wait. I'm going to watch too. I'm going to have you guys on for like a recap of one of the episodes because it's just going to be. It's so fun. Wait, what is?
I said my commentary is going to be unhinged. I'm going to be on like threads, like saying the world shit.
See, that's what we love to see. That's the realness that like, okay, we see the Charity and Dotun on TV. We get to see the like Bachelorette and all the fancy, and then now we get the gritty, the real, the honest, yeah, I love it.
I keep saying like, the guys got so lucky that they don't know the Charity that I know now because she's just, oh my God, like, funny as hell, like truly one of the funniest people, and like we didn't get to see that side of her per se because obviously we're just having deep conversations and trying to get a relationship, but like knowing her since, oh my God, like that was not what I expected. I was like, this is gonna be a wholesome relationship and we're gonna be all proper. No.
Psych.
Yeah, we get down, and I love that.
That is part of what makes it you guys compatible is that, you know, the fun parts of it. It's there's so much serious and uncertainty in life and confusion. And I read a quote once that was like, so many things in life should be confusing and love should not be one of them. Like love should not be confusing. And that really hit me right in the tits. Sorry, I meant heart, but I was like, wham, like, holy shit. That's so true. If you guys could make a match from the announced cast for Bachelor in Paradise, who do you see as like, yeah, they'll work? Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. Initially Kylie and Avon. Cause I was like, hands down, like I've been wanted that to happen. They just look so good together. I said Greer and Brayden, but I don't know how that dynamic actually would work out.
Is Brayden going to get his redemption on Paradise? You know they always have one.
I doubt it.
Stay tuned.
Not in a bad way. Like, obviously, we love Brayden, but it's like his person. Like, I don't see that man switching up or doing anything different. Like, he's going to be Brayden until the day he is out of here. So, yeah.
I respect that he is who he is. And you know, hopefully, I mean, he's also very young.
Yes. That is a thing.
Yeah.
I was saying Sean and Jess.
Interesting. See, I don't know much about the girls. That's the issue. I don't know like a ton about the girls that we met. Like Kat's like about the only one I really met with any significant amount. But I could kind of see that from the little I know about Jess. Does Jess like going to country clubs and golfing and shit?
She's a Florida girl, so that's why I kind of did that. I paired that up.
It's a good pair there. I agree with that.
I find that show the most fun to watch. It's such a fun little shit show. Yeah, exactly. I think we all wish we could see the two of you on our screens like all the time because your guys' love, like if you tune out all the other relationships, which you obviously have to do because yours was the one that mattered the most, I feel like it's so pure and like it was so easy to watch. And even the proposal, like it just felt so natural. And I'm just wondering like when you guys felt that connection where you're like, oh shit, this is definitely it.
I will have to say, I don't know if I like knew in my heart of hearts that like Dotun was going to be it, but I will say like I was like my world was like rattled in Oceanside. Like when we had that conversation, obviously you guys only saw like a brief moment of that, but like that conversation was actually very like long. I was crying the whole time and I was like, what is going on? Like the way that this man brought me to tears and just was like, it was like the first moment I actually genuinely felt in my whole life that like someone was recognizing me for me, not like for a role, not for like, oh, Charity's just like a pretty girl. Like he saw like the core, exactly the core of me. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I was like, wait a second, what's going on? And I was like, okay.
Wow, that's actually really beautiful because you're right. We don't see that full picture of what it was, but like, I mean, all you ever want to feel from your partner is seen and, you know, past all of the external things that you obviously have so many qualities, but to actually feel seen for who you truly are to your core is when you have that, it just feels different. You know what I mean? Like you can tell the difference between flirting and feeling something and butterflies and then feeling seen.
Yeah. For sure.
I would say for me, and like it comes in different stages, right? Like it builds in different stages, so there's different things you see. Like Oceanside was when like I saw something in her, but she didn't really discuss what she saw in me. So for me, I was like, okay, I still have to show her sides of me. But then it was that chat at the fireplace in Skamania, and then we talked about like our life path, and I was like just blown away because I was like, I've never really met someone who traveled a life, had a similar life path, of like decent upbringing, and then you kind of forge your own path, right? And there's this life trying to funnel you, but you forge your own path and the lessons you got out of it. And we had this very long discussion about it, and everything was resonating. I was like, holy crap, like this is really somebody that like I could see myself with, and talking about how we can't be put in a box. I don't know if you remember that piece, but like that was so important. And I just felt so understood. And so for me, that's when I was like, okay, I think I need to bag this girl up.
Lock it up. I love that. I love that you both feel like you are aligned on the same path. Do you both have individual goals that you talk about and how they can be aligned as a couple?
I feel like we talk a lot in regards to like, obviously, like when we say goals, it's like career, like what do we want for ourselves? It's like, it's another similarity that I feel like we share, but like in different ways. It's like, obviously he's like the more like health and wellness part for like the body, but then like I'm like the health and wellness for like the mind. So like, I don't
so
want to
true.
go like what we plan to do, but
but you talk about it.
We definitely talk about all those things, and it's just like obviously so fascinating because it just works. Like it works together, and like it's not like we're like fighting each other or like so one wants to be like it's like we're doing this together.
Do you believe in soulmates? Do you guys believe in soulmates?
I do. I feel like we have like several. I'm like that kind of person that I feel like you can have like a soulmate that's a friend, but
totally,
like
me too.
This man definitely obviously is my soulmate, like clearly.
I had an aura reader on my podcast and she told me that you two had soulmate energy.
Oh, sick. I've been seeing a lot of like horoscopes too saying that.
Yeah. Oh, about our signs?
Yeah.
Really? Wait, what are your signs?
So I'm a Capricorn. He's a Virgo.
Okay, I know a little bit about Capricorns. They're amazing. And Virgo, I don't know too much about. But what do they say that? Like what is it that?
Like most compatible, like match.
Yeah, they're like this. Like you'll see comments. No wonder they're together. She's a Capricorn. He's a Virgo. I'm like, I don't know. But yes, I'll take it.
Wow.
So yeah, that and but outside of that, like I also believe that soulmates, like there's probably multiple people that you could really connect with on a strong level out there, and it's just about finding that one, which takes work. And it's difficult, and it's the last place I expected to find it, but also kind of makes sense.
Really
it's like,
place.
Of course, you would meet your soulmate on a TV show you weren't supposed to be on.
I know, isn't it crazy? Yeah, you were like a last minute addition, and then you two are like, it's all meant to be. I truly believe, and I watch it and I see you two together and I see it. Like it does make sense. So I'm so excited. And I mean, I always say this and I've said it probably 5 times this podcast, but it's the lust on the show and the real love is now. And the fact that you two are still choosing each other every day and can get through this together is incredible. Now, something else you're going to have to get through together, Dancing with the Stars. It is, I'm telling you, please take my advice on this. Okay.
You've done this.
Put aside time every week for the two of you to clear the air and do this thing called Thanos. Okay. I'll send it to you in a text, but have you heard of Thanos?
I have not. Can you explain?
Yes. Okay. Promise me you'll do this.
Okay. I'm open for anything.
So it's called Thanos, but you do knee to knee. So you sit knee to knee, facing each other. And Thanos is a Greek word for shed a light on. So you're going to talk about feelings. You're going to share with your partner feelings that you have. You can literally Google a list of feelings and share what you're feeling with each other. And then affirmations. So affirm your partner of something she or he has done that you love and appreciate. Then needs, state something you need today. It doesn't even necessarily have to be like from the partner, but something you need today. Then ownership, take responsibility, apologize for something you said or done, and then talk about struggles. So if you have an opportunity to tell your partner like what you're struggling with, and then you don't you don't even have to have answers for each other or have rebuttals or be like, well, I did this. It's just listening and communicating that. I see you nodding your head and smiling and looking at each other. Have you already talked about this?
We kind of already do that.
Some of it, yeah.
Some of it, but there's other parts that I would love to add in, and I think it would actually be helpful with like a very like, you know, more once we get in a routine of life, and then obviously with Dancing with the Stars being like busy, but like I that's why we're smiling, because it's like something that we try to do every night, whether we're together.
Every night. Okay, overachievers. I was like once a week.
No,
That's
but
amazing.
it's actually great. I actually love that.
I do.
Like we don't do the take, what do you call it?
Like the ownership and then the struggles.
The ownership. Yeah. It's all like positive, but like you got to get those other parts in.
Absolutely.
So I actually love that. Thank you for that.
So added elements.
Of course.
So,
I'll send it to you in a text too, because Dancing with the Stars can really like. Sometimes you won't want to talk about your feelings after. It can be like 7-hour days. You can be like so tired, your body's hurting, and you still have to like make time for each other, because it's a really hard thing to go through, and you're just spent like you don't get a day off. You don't get a day off. But the thing is, you always got to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're doing something really fun, and don't forget that, because people get really caught up in like I got really caught up in the competition of it and making it further. And sometimes I was just like a grump, and I wish I looked back. It was like, Kaitlyn, it's a family friendly show. It's about dancing. It's about making other people feel good at home. And I think just remembering to have fun and make sure you're checking in with each other. And it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's one of the like coolest things I've ever done. So enjoy it too.
I will. And I love that you said like the fun aspect, and I was talking to him about this. But obviously it's like the moment that I start to lose sight of that, I think it will like start to affect like everything else in my life. So I don't want that to be the case. If this is supposed to be an enjoyable experience, and it's something new that I'm doing. So like, I mean,
Okay, who's with me? Are we tired of dealing with thinning hair? I was. Past tense. Nutrafol is here to help. Their hair growth supplements use drug-free ingredients to target root causes of thinning hair and promote healthy hair growth. I've been using Nutrafol for 3 years, and I've definitely seen the results myself. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement, clinically shown to improve visible thickness and strength. They support healthy hair growth from within by targeting root causes of thinning hair, stress, hormones, environment, nutrition, lifestyle, metabolism, and Nutrafol is now actually available in vegan formula as well. So their newest supplement is formulated for women ages 18 plus with plant-based lifestyles who are experiencing signs of thinning hair. In a clinical study, 86% of women reported improved hair growth after taking Nutrafol, women's hair growth supplement, for 6 months. So take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. And for a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month's subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter promo code VINE. Find out why over 4,000 healthcare professionals recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code VINE. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code VINE. You know, give yourself grace when you are having the hard times, because it is hard. It is really hard. It's harder than anybody thinks. I always like to warn people too. Like, I'm going to set that bar so high for you, because I want you to be like, oh God, she was not joking. It is so hard, but you're going to crush it. And are you allowed to talk about who your partner is or no?
Not yet.
Okay.
We'll find out next week or whenever.
Okay. I'm going to guess. I have 3 thoughts of who they might put you with based on height, because they do this sometimes based on height. So how tall are you?
I'm like 5'3.5", 5'4".
Okay. Oh, that's me. You're the same height as me. Okay. So I think possibly Artem, because the height. I think possibly Alan, because I could see them putting you with him, only because he's like one of the more well-loved, I feel like, out of a lot of them. And I feel like I could see you and your like fun personality with him, but he also is crazy in the ballroom. He's kind of a dick, but I could see it. Well, they're all dicks. They're all dicks. I'm telling you, buckle up. Or no, he's too short.
Oh, no.
Not Gleb. Gleb's too tall. Oh, Brandon. Oh, I would love if you were with Brandon. Okay, so those 3. Brandon is so fun. He's probably the nicest, and he's just so goofy and sweet and means well and like so fun. Artem is so hardcore. He's Russian, and that's like how he was trained growing up. Yeah. And he like he'll believe in you, and he'll push you to your limits, which we love. And then Alan would be an absolute nightmare, but so he would it would be really like he would take you far.
Okay. Well, 2 of those have been with Bachelorettes and one.
Yes.
Oh, yes. So, okay.
So there you go. And get yourself an ice foot bath. Hannah sent me one. Maybe I'll just send it to you. I'll send you an ice foot bath. You just gotta ice your feet, battle through the pain, smile, enjoy, and always come back to the 2 of you at the end of the day, because it's gonna go by like that. It's gonna go by so fast,
so quick. I know it, and it'll be over before.
And if you guys can get through anything, that's already clear. So, okay, now I know, Dotun, I heard you're a picky eater and only eat meat and cereal, but also you're the better cook. So, what does that say about Charity's cooking? And are you going to cook meals for her when she comes home?
She knows how to cook.
She knows how to cook. So.
Hello.
Hello. Good. I love it. I just that you guys can just cook together.
I will.
It's like work, I used to be a picky eater. I'm recovering. I'm better. I don't just eat cereal and meat anymore. That was 10 years ago. I've come a long way.
Okay.
Now I have a little more diversity, but yeah, the plan is to definitely, have her meals ready, and diet's like a point. Everyone can work on their diet, right? And so I'm fortunate enough that that's the field I work in, and so gonna get her right and be having some home cooked meals ready.
I love that you're gonna be so nutritious and fuel for your body to dance.
Oh yeah, what a whole plan.
I could use some help after 6 days in Italy. I ate and drank my way through Milan and Monza, and it was. I mean, I'm still full from 2 days ago.
That's what I say. You're in recovery mode. You're gonna be shedding that off for a few weeks.
I'm telling you what. I went to F45 this morning for a cardio class, and I've never had more energy in my life. I was like, all these carbs, I was on fire. Okay, before I let you guys go, I've said it. You guys have a beautiful love story when we're going to hone in on that one story. So I have some rapid fire questions to get to know what you guys think about your love. So,
okay.
If your love had to be told through one song, what song would it be?
God, I'm
don't want to give it away.
I don't either, because it's so special to us. Should we say?
No, don't say it.
Okay.
Pick a different one. What's that song by Miguel?
Sure Thing?
Sure Thing.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, good one. Good one. Okay, 2 more because I have to let you go. If your love had to be described in one word, what would it be?
Serendipitous. That's easy.
Oh, that's nice.
Infectious, in a good way, not like bad.
Oh, I like that. And okay, last one. If your love was a cocktail, what would it be?
French 75, because it's classy, but we got a shot of whatever. Shot of gin. Gin, tequila, vodka, whatever you want.
Yep.
I love it. That's a good one. I really like that. I freaking adore you both. Thank you so much for taking the time today. And I'm rooting so hard for you. If you need anything, please let me know, especially during, things where I can give you a page from my book. So let me know anything you need. I'll come visit you in LA and come watch a show.
Yay. Thank you, Kaitlyn. We love you.
Love you guys. Have such a good day. I know you're busy, and just take it all in.
Wait, hold on, Kaitlyn. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Get off. So last time you interviewed her, you're going through the list of people.
Oh no, what'd I say?
Come on, baby, let's go. You're going through the list of people. Pay attention. And when she said my name, I got sent this so many big places. You had a visceral, what's up? Talk to me.
No, this is not happening.
What did I say? I don't even remember.
No, I think you I think you were going through I said choose a top 4. Who do you think makes it to hometowns? And then you got to Dotun's name, and then you were like,
okay. No, I'm not into Dotun.
Mm-hmm. What?
Nah.
Okay.
I was also nervous too, because I think you said his name wrong and I didn't correct you. So I was trying not to give it away. But then here we go, truth moment. And then
I'm the worst.
You just went quick. You were like, not feeling it. So you went
no.
Yeah. But it's okay. It's okay.
What's up,
I
Kaitlyn?
take it all back. I always root for the underdog, and here you are. And I apologize from the bottom of my heart for pronouncing your name wrong. I read through names all the time. I butcher everybody's name, and I will never mess it up again. You are my number one. Thank you for calling me out.
Oh my God.
Just poking fun at you.
Hey, that's poking fun is my love language. So thank
exactly.
you.
That's why I just had to throw it out there.
I'll make up for it. I promise.
We love you, Kaitlyn.
Okay, love you guys. Bye.
Okay, bye.
I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe. Your session is now ending. And if I'm being honest, I wouldn't mind a rating and review.